Hi guys, it's Gabe from CGRundertow, and oh yes, it's time for another one of these. These Tom Clancy games are like crack. They're addictive, they may have their problems, but they'll only kill you if you really let it get out of hand. So anyway, this game is the first in a sub-series of currently 2 games, placing a Rainbow Six squad into one of the most famous cities in the world, Las Vegas. This is Rainbow Six Vegas for the Xbox 360. By the way, please don't do crack, that's a bad idea. So Rainbow Six Vegas starts off with the team in Mexico before going to Sin City, trying to put an end to the rule of terrorists in a mostly abandoned town. Of course, things aren't so easy for them as they're greatly outnumbered and a number of people have been taken hostage during the attacks. Okay, let's just take a second to think about something. This game was released in 2006. The team is in Mexico, fighting terrorists. Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter was also released in 2006. Guess what they were doing in that game? Yep, they were in Mexico, fighting terrorists. I know, but Gabe, the little details really show the differences in story between the 2 games. And yes, they aren't exactly the same. For one thing, this game plays out at a slightly less frantic pace, but as an outsider looking in, it's hard not to notice the similarities. The game is a tactical shooter, like the rest of the games in this series, including its direct sequel. You're still going to be giving orders to your men, switching between weapons, hiding behind cover, customizing loadouts, and firing in quick bursts. But Rainbow Six Vegas seems slightly more accessible than other games of the series. If you accidentally forget to look both ways as you move down an alley, for example, you'll usually have enough time to jump back and avoid fire. Enemies are relentless, though, in their pursuit of you, but you'll usually feel like you have the upper hand in firefights, especially if you make use of smoke grenades and alternate routes.
Where do you want us to go? Tango down! In position. Reloading. Tango neutralized. Tango neutralized.
Now, I mentioned in my Rainbow Six Vegas 2 review that the Allied AI wasn't the best, and because this game came first, you can assume that it's a little bit worse, but not much. It still isn't terrible, and regularly telling your men to follow you basically makes it a non-issue. Enemy AI is a totally different story. Taking regular cover and not staying out in the open for too long is a must, because these guys will take shots at your head if you give them the chance. Now, this is an early 360 title, and its visuals are kind of inconsistent. Faces are especially bland, even for that time period, but character models, and hands in particular, are actually still up to par with what's being released on the 360 today. Environments are also not that exciting, which is a shame. There's a lot of opportunity for cool level design in a game like this. As far as audio goes, one thing was driving me nuts. It's impossible to hear enemy footsteps. I don't want them to sound like King Kong or anything, but a little hint of what's coming around the corner would be much appreciated. Rainbow Six Vegas does have a few little problems, but it is still a fantastic tactical shooter, especially for newcomers to the genre. It's rare that I recommend going back to get an original game after a sequel has been released, but in this case, I'd say it would be a wise purchase.